Hello everybody, finally a new video out and also finally a new product removal video and prep. And this is going to be everything in one video, but you might see that this is an old design, so it's not a new video, but I finally get it out and I use two-way bit that works when you do your own nails. It's really important to have a bit that goes on the right speed and on the left way speed, so you can do your right hand also pretty fast, or else you will struggle a lot. I like to cut away my tips when I have shorter nails like this, so that is easier for me. But if I have longer nails, I just clip them off. But and sometimes if you do this, you get a nick at the end, like the handle will jump. But if you tilt it a little bit in, not so you hit your nail or fingertip, but that will help. Then you can go all the way or over without skipping. And then I start to remove. I am using a blue abrasive and it is new, so it is quite abrasive. And I'm going in one direction. As you can see, I go in long directions, not skipping around. That is really important. So you go from the back to the front, so you do not leave a lot of bumps and lumps and hit hit your natural nail in some places and do not get anything done in other places. I'm sorry about me talking today because it's been a long time since I have speaks. I have been doing a voiceover, sorry. So this is the thickness of my nail. You can see from the side that my nail are, or from the front that my nail are really C-curved. So they can look quite thick from the side, but as you can see from the front, they are not thick at all. It's just my nail shape that looks like that. So the thickest part was the one that I showed you. And of course the tip and the side walls are thinner than that. And in the back, of course. So I'm just working around from one side to another. And with this blue bit that I have here is to remove the top layer, the thickest layer. And when I start to get closer to my, not natural nail, but a clear layer that I have underneath here, and this is acrylic actually, or dip powder on top of acrylic. That's acrylic. But yeah, it is hard stuff to work with or to remove, but I'm usually use around 16 RPM on my e-file because my e-file is quite powerful. It's 65,000, no, 65 watts, sorry. So I like 16,000 rotation between, depending on what I do, but on this work I varies between 14 to 16,000 rotations per minute. And that is my comfortable area because then I do not need to use any pressure at all. I just let my drill e-file and the drill bit do its work. So I do not need to use force in this one. You will see me switch to it's actually not a finer abrasive because I will soon switch to a ceramic bit that has a green abrasive to when I get a little bit closer to my natural nail. And that is just because this bit is a little bit dull, and ceramic in usual is not that abrasive on to remove product than carbide bit is. So that is this bit is a bit that I use when I'm closer to the edge. But I struggle a bit, as you can see. You will see that soon. I should have sped up my drill even more, but I just worked with this dull bit. So in the end, I finally switched to another one that are my personal favorite. You will see that. I will talk about that when I get there. So what was I going to say? I forget so easily. Yeah, the rounds per minute and what kind of what kind of product you're working on and what kind of drill bit you are working with. So that depends. That depends on how high speed you're going to use, and also everything depends on your comfort level. I have to say that I recommend everyone to take a e-file class, because after I did that 2 years ago, that I feel so comfortable doing everything with an e-file now. I do not need anything else, or yeah, just a little bit buffer you will see in the middle. Sorry. I use a regular hand file when I'm close to the nail plate, or else I'm using an e-file for everything. I just love it. And I never burn myself. Everybody says keep that drill on e-file on low, because or else you will burn the client. That is not true at all. That depends fully on what you're working with and working on. So here you will see me switch to my favorite, a new a new bit. I have no idea what this shape is called. It looks like a tree, but this is my favorite bit actually. I use this for everything, product removal, and especially with gel and polygels, and to work in around the cuticle area, as you can see. And also, whenever you work with an e-file, you have to support your finger. You see, I've used my pinky a lot to support my hand when I work with an e-file. And you will see me later when I prep my nail. I use my thumb on the other hand to spread my sidewalls. So it's important to use another finger as what is it? What was I just saying? A support. Yeah, a support. So you can see I use this to dig into my deep grooves in the side, and you have to know what you're working with here, and have to know your limits, and you have to know you have to be used to see what is still product and what is my natural nail. So that is an important thing that you need to learn so you do not hurt your natural nail plate. I will not remove every all my product on my nail plate in this video, because I'm just going to put something on top immediately. So I do not need a complete clean nail, but I need to remove this pink and also the clear underneath has been really, it has been, yeah, it has gotten really dark and yellow. So I need to remove most of that, especially in the back 2/3 of my nail. So you will see in the end that I have not removed all my products. So it's a lot of patchy, but I have at least removed the colors and the discoloration. So if there are any lifting that has to be removed, I had a little bit lifting on my inside of my pinky. That was all, I guess. And then just smooth down every layers and so on. Or just to remove the things that I do not want there. So I'm soon finished with this process also. And then I go over to my hand file. And then when I'm that close to my natural nail, I have actually just, this video is sped up just one time, like 2 times. So this is almost my working speed. But this is, yeah, it takes a lot of time, but I just love doing this. I I love prepping my nails because I love a clean nail plate to start working with. And I get into that zen mood when I start working on my cuticles because that is so satisfying to get all the dust and, yeah, cuticles and dead skin, everything. Oh, that is the best. So here you have to be careful not to hit your natural nail a lot. If you are hitting your natural nail, you should barely buff it, but I am still working on product here, that yellow base layer that I had on, or clear that turned yellow. So you can see my nails look really pink, but I have to remove that. That is not my nails that are super thin, they are just colored by the acrylic. So I'm just removing that. When I'm finished with that, I will go in and prep my nail for the next set. That means cleaning my cuticle area and skin around the cuticle area. And I also worked from like the direction that I always work from. I work from one side from the tip and then go into the back and go around and work from the other side from the tip and then on the inside and then all over the nail. Kind of. I try to stick to it, but when it's on my own nails, I kind of go a little bit here and there, but try to have a routine to do it with a hand file, and you will soon get better at speed when filing. I am not the best at speed, but when I'm doing just my nails, own nails, it's not a big deal. I take my time. So please be finished here, Elinda, please. And then I have removed the dust, and you can see I'm using all the dust that I'm pulling off here is actually acrylic. So do not, in that corner, in the beginning of the corner, there was still acrylic, so I just went on really aggressive to remove it. But I'm using a blue abrasive flame bit, That is because my skin is normal to dry, so I can use the blue abrasive with no problem. Others that has softer skin maybe need a red one, and the ones that have oily skin and yeah, really fine skin maybe need a yellow one, or you or that if you have seen that pink ceramic bit, that is also great to use on oily skin. I when I do my prep my nails, my own nails, I I had to speed up my drill bit a little bit here. So when I do my nail prep, I usually turn up to around 18 rotation, 18,000 rotation, and it does not hurt my nails at all. I I am working on my skin here, and that do not hurt my skin when you have a normal skin type. I go the other way here. I have my nails actually really bent down, so you cannot see that white line that I have lifted up with dead skin, but that is the white line that I'm removing now. I'm not touching my nail at all when I go that way. So I'm starting in one corner and work my way around. I'm working first with the cuticle, and then I lift up the dead cuticle and make it stand up like a wall, if you have seen that in some videos. So I remove the dead skin that has spread out on the natural nail, and I also work a little bit on the skin around here and there when I'm working. I do not switch my drill from reverse to forward mode when I'm just working on myself, because I find it easier to just turn the drill around or my hand around, as you can see. But that takes a little bit of practice to get this kind of technique in, because when you go one way, you lift up the skin, and when I go back like I do now, I remove that white line or that dead skin line. So that is one way of doing it. I I am not comfortable with using a scissor and a nipper. I am more comfortable using the electric e-file to remove that dead skin. So I go around again. Uh, in the front of the nail, I usually have a little acrylic, so I'm a little bit aggressive there on the acrylic, not my natural nail. You are supposed to only remove 2 to 3 layers of your natural nail plate when you are doing an e-file. Your natural nail has about 70 plates. They said 104 before, earlier. I mean, earlier they said that you had 100 plates on your nail, but now they say that you have about 70. So you are not supposed to remove more than 2 to 3 layers when you are doing a manicure, no matter how you do a manicure. So I am doing, this is called an e-file manicure. So as you can see, I start in the corner, and then I lift up that. I did not get it to lift up enough, so I had to go back again and lift it up, and back again and lift it up. As you can see, I had to work a little bit, and then I get that flick to open up, and I can remove it all the way around and back again. I find it so soothing. So in that way, I only need one drill bit in this section. After you will see me use some other when I'm buffing. But you do not put on any pressure on with your file, not on the nail plate and not on your skin. and you are not supposed to have a ring of fire, as we say, when your nails grows out and you will see that dip in your nail, then you have been way too abrasive. I have changed my nails every other 2 weeks for 6 years now, and I can say that I have I have sometimes made a dip in my nail, but I have never, and especially after I've taken the course, I have never ever made a ring of fire, and it's so good to feel comfortable with your e-file. That is, I love this, I love this part of doing your nails. And here also you can see that I'm using my thumb to spread down the skin on the side so I can get deeper into my nail grooves on the side and work on the skin, and it's easier to work on your skin if you have spread the side walls. If you work on another person, you will put one hand and you will push that side apart and work with a drill bit with in your other hand, of course. But when I'm working on myself, I have to use my thumb to push down the cuticle. No, not the cuticle, the skin, the sidewall. So here I have a hangnail, and I just barely worked with it. And you should not push it upwards, you should just only work down so you do not make it larger than it is. But I will go over after with another bit that is less abrasive. So I'm soon finished here. I just love to pick. I love to pick at the small things. There is nothing as satisfying as a nail plate that is clean. And cuticles, of course, and sidewalls. Ah, there was some skin there. So I just wanted to try out this rubbery thing here. I did not like it actually. It smelled like burn rubber, so I did not like it. I think this is a bit better to use if you have just a regular manicure with, and you're using oils. I think this is really good to use then. But I just went really fast over and yeah, got back to my regular regular cone bit really soon. You will see. It also left pink dust all over. So here is my red cone bit. This is the one that I use as a last step, just to smooth everything out and make the skin nice and smooth all over. If I have worked on some hangnails and so on, they will be smoothed out and you cannot see them. You can see that I twist that drill bit around around and around, so, or the e-file handle. So yeah, it's just it's usually when I work on a client that I change the direction of my e-file. On myself, I said it's easier to just flip my hand around or the handle of the e-file. So I guess that's it soon, and you will see me put some alcohol on my nails again and remove the dust, so you will see some really um, nails that actually are just ready to put on products. And yeah, and here I also go a little bit under my hyponychium because I had some product on the sides, some here and there, but that is a really sensitive area. So it's not every client that you should do that on. It's just that I sometimes like to clean on myself, and my hyponychium grows really far out. So I'm just mostly removing a little bit of acrylics that are still left underneath there. I'm trying to hold that hyponychium down so it does not grow that far out. But as I was saying, you are going to see my nails super dry and not that appealing, but they are actually clean and they are finished, prepped really soon. And the other picture in the total end of the video is just my nails on my other hand when I've done the same and just put on a little drop of oil, and you will see how clean they are. So this is it, and thank you for watching this whole process. And you will see these dry up and be super dry and look horrible, but this is a clean nail. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, and yeah, and hit that notification bell to get updates when my videos goes out. And please like this video if you like it, and comment if you like to also, and follow my other social media, maybe on the screen here or in the description down below, description box below. You will find the links. So see you soon, everybody. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.